as a neurodivergent person, ASD, understanding myself when it comes to that, my own energy level. Good afternoon everyone, this is Moto. So today is Friday, I just got off work and it's a little bit early for a sunset ride, but the weather forecast is yet again it's going to rain, so I'm trying to catch a ride before it starts raining. So here we are, and it looks like it's going to be raining in about an hour, so I chose a route that's 30 minutes one way and another 30 minutes coming back, so it's going to be a fairly quick ride, but as always, let's enjoy the ride. This week it felt really fast. It was like, you know, I was doing usual 9 to 5 corporate job and I was doing my daily task fine, I guess, but the issue that I'm having currently is like, it's like I feel like I'm just on an autopilot in a way. I love the stable routine, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about. It's more like a feeling of, how do I even describe it? Like a brain fog. I don't know if you guys ever feel like that, the whole week, even like 2 weeks period, you're not being lazy. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're working, you're eating okay, you're going to gym, you know, you're going for a walk, do a proper exercise, doing all that, but it's like very weird feeling of like you're floating. It's been feeling like that recently. And I'm not quite sure why. You know, I got into a car accident a few months back. I'm trying to be healthy, doing walks as often as possible, trying to go to the gym Monday to Friday and take the weekends off. So I should be feeling energetic, but I feel off. It's like burnt out. running on your driveway. I know one issue that I'm having is I can't seem to get enough sleep. You know, you're supposed to get like good 7 to 8 hours of sleep to get fully recovered and stuff. I'm only getting like 5, 6. So it's not terrible, but I'm a little bit short on the sleep hours. As an autistic individual, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep is very important. Otherwise, I struggle with functioning on a daily basis. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of struggling lately, because I'm just a little bit short on the sleep. Probably not getting like good enough sleep. You know, that also affects my life with the motorcycle riding, right? As a motorcycle rider, I'm trying to be responsible enough to where when I'm not feeling good enough, or I'm obviously way too exhausted and way too sleepy, I just don't ride because it's not safe for myself and to others, right? So I'm really trying not to do that. As a neurodivergent person, ASD, understanding myself when it comes to that, my own energy level, working full-time. You know, when I say working full-time, it's like very, very normal for neurotypical people, but for neurodivergent autistic people, working full-time takes like extra energy compared to neurotypical people, and that's the a little disadvantage that we have. So I really need to manage my energy level and try to balance between doing my work, doing my everything else, house chores, hobby, side hustle, whatever it is. So for me, I'm doing this motorcycle content, right? What I do is I need to balance between my full-time job, content creation, editing, house chores, and other hobbies. example would be, other than that, I also take care of my house plants. I mean the plants. I have a lot of plants, so taking care of that, and some extra, you know, I also love propagating plants, so some extra plants that I have, I saw those on Facebook Market on the side. I don't really make a lot of money with that, but it's kind of funding my plant addiction in a way. Maybe I'll do some plant tours sometimes. I don't know, you guys are motorcycle people, so I don't know if any of you guys are into plants. I thought about making a social media account just for the plants. One of the other hobby I have is gaming, but not gonna lie, I have been struggling to find the energy capacity to play games lately. That's because of the whole exhausted and burnt out reason that I mentioned. It's hard to balance when I want to do so many different things. I have to pick and choose which one I want to do more and do that. Sometimes I cannot do both or multiple things. It sucks, but that's the reality of it. You know, before the autism diagnosis, I didn't know that about my energy capacity, my limitations, and how important it is to manage my activities. I tried so hard, tried to do everything, tried to be like everyone else I see online who are successful. You know, if you want to work harder, yeah, that still applies somewhat, but I also have to recognize that I do have ASD, so therefore, while I work hard, at the same time I need to take care of myself, my health, my energy,